Good morning, Soul Tribe. All right, guys. So Spirit woke me up at 4:44 this morning, 4:44, and I've laid in bed and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep, but they won't let me. So I've been up for almost an hour just listening to the downloads. Okay, just thinking and listening to Spirit. And so, anyways. They told me to come to the table and they showed me a couple specific decks that they wanted me to use. We are going to pull some angel numbers too. I'm trying to decide. I think we're going to pull the angel numbers towards the end, is what they're telling me, okay? All right, Spirit. So thank you for waking me up this morning, way earlier than I'm used to. I love you, Spirit. Please bring forward whatever message needs to be delivered, heard, seen. I ask for truth, clarity, healing, confirmation, or encouragement. Thank you, Most High Ancestors. Okay. Ooh, courage. Man, courage has been showing up a lot in the readings. Okay, let's just read what this says. It says, I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. I am light and I remain light. I trust in God and stand tall before the test of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am a being of new life. And collective, I think Spirit's just wanting to recognize us for our courage because, it's been dicey, right? We've as we've been in the dark night of the soul. Mine has lasted for a few years. Okay, I feel like I'm uh, seeing the other side of it finally, but it ebbs and it flows, right? I feel like Spirit wants to recognize our collective for the courage to face our shadow, to face the unhealed parts of ourselves, and to allow the light in, is what I'm hearing. And to return to self love, okay? It takes a lot of courage to look. You would think self love is easy, right? But it really takes a lot of courage to be able to love self, especially when you're an empath, especially when you're a giver, right? It takes courage to recognize your own patterns that keep you from being able to give yourself love, right? Anyways, it says, I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the request of my body and my soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. And it takes courage to be okay in this world when we have to stand alone, right? Because we know we're never alone. We always have the divine with us. We always have our spirit team with us. But when we are in that dark night of the soul hermit energy, right, where we're having to isolate ourselves from everything that no longer aligns with our inner self, right? Whether it's you're no longer going to the club, or you're no longer willing to let certain things overstep your boundaries, or maybe you quit smoking, or you quit drinking, or you had to quit a certain relationship, right? Like recognizing those things that no longer align with you, and then actually being able to do something about it, that takes courage, and it is an act of self-love, is what Spirit's telling me. And divine light, Spirit sees you as a very bright light. Well, in this 3D realm, you're like a beacon, is what I'm hearing. It says, I am an expression of love and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. All right, we're going to get one more, and then I'm going to go to the angel numbers. One more, Spirit, please and thank you. Oh, that's too many. Okay. You are light. Remember, collective, you are light. And you are love, baby. You are the purest form of love. Even if you got, even if you don't feel like it sometimes. May you dive deep into your own passions, okay? So it's all about you, sweetheart. Courage to love yourself, to see your divine light, even, in the darkest moments, and to return The shadow to the light of love is what I'm getting. So let's pull some angel numbers. 1919, transformation. So huge transformations, huge transformations. Some of these transformations within yourself might be subtle, right? Sometimes transformation happens within us, and it's not like we're actively saying, I'm going to transform. It's just something that energetically is happening from the inside out, right? And so it can be kind of subtle. But then when Spirit's ready to show you how far you've transformed, you have your aha moment, and you're like, wow, I really have changed this or that, right? I didn't realize how far I've come. But you have come very far, Spirit's saying, especially as it pertains to your courage to love yourself and to remain, seeing yourself in this higher vibrational perception, right, of love and divine light, like seeing your true self. But you've gone through some transformation. It says, it is asked that you take notice that you hold within your hands the power of change. Within this realization, you will feel your sense of purpose and your connection to new beginnings. Release which you no longer need to carry, and open yourself to the transformative energy of the divine. Wow, so 1919, 19s could be an important number for you. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 19s. 23, which breaks down to a 5, which also represents change. But it's okay. You're adventurous. Your soul is adventurous. You are adventurous. You could be getting ready to set out on a new adventure. Or, you're coming out of your dark night of the soul, and your zest for life is returning to you after a period of isolation, or, just a period of having to go within your shell for a while, right? Like doing the inner work. You're coming out. It's like you're coming out of the darkness, and you're this big bright sun spiritually. Okay? You have the zest for life, and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement, and you need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. Right? So maybe what you've learned during this process of learning to love yourself is that change isn't always scary, right? Change is actually good, because without change, there's no growth, right? I know me in the past, because of my childhood, and I never really had any like stability in my childhood. It was always like chaotic, and we were moving all the time. My mom, bless her heart, I love her so much, but she was 14 when she had me, so she wasn't very good at like providing a stable environment, a stable home. We lived in in our car a few times when I was a child. Like it was chaotic. So change to me equaled fear for the longest time, but it was because of like my childhood, and it took me a while to realize that. But now with change, I kind of can get excited about it, because I know when things are changing around me, it means divine's at work, right? And there's a new adventure on the horizon. Okay, like change isn't always bad. And even back when I was a child and things were chaotic, like with my mom and the stability and all of that, right? I was a very fearful child because of it, because everything felt so out of control. But now I look back and I realize the divine was always there in every moment, right? Even at the scariest time, God always caught us and provided for us. And it just simply comes down to learning how to trust that as things around you start to shift, trust it in the process. And then taking action. So something's coming in quickly, possibly 0808. So we got 1919, 23, and 0808. Ooh, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength. And so there's unexpected outcomes coming in for you, collective, okay? You're entering a time of expansion. So don't be afraid of change. Just embrace it and love yourself along the way. I love you. You've learned your lessons. Good job. We've all worked so hard on this, okay? Good job. Yeah, you're getting good karma and clarity. And a wish come true. Woo, love you.